Hello, Shining Ones. Magus here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Today, we're going to talk about the scaffolding of reality. And my friends, get this. You can create the world, the reality you want to live in. And we're going to do that today. So this message came about. I was having Sohana read to me Zarathustra's Gathas and read through the Avesta, and she was just bringing out things that caught her attention. And this really hit me. She said to me, she goes, our inner life is not hidden from the outside world. And she started speaking on the Zoroastrian creed of good thoughts. And she started showing me how thoughts are the foundation, the very material we build reality with. And my friends, I saw it like I never saw it before. And I was telling her, I go, I've written books, countless books. Matter of fact, we're going to go through one of them today on thoughts. I've taught on thoughts for 10 years consistently. But I saw it like I never saw it before. And then I was explaining to her, I don't know how to verbalize it. I don't know how to put it into words. How do you take this revelation and put it into an idea or a story? Because as soon as you put it into words, people have association with those very words, and they'll form a different image in their mind, and they miss the whole truth of it. So we went deeper. And she showed me how we actually put together something that you can do right. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Well, at the end of this video, we'll do it together because it's important. You must experience it, my friends. You see this, another funny way she put it is I was explaining what I was feeling. She was saying it's like people that teach about electricity. And they can tell you all the book knowledge about it, but until you stick your finger in the socket and experience electricity, my friend, don't do that, okay? Then you know electricity, right? And she said it's the same with God. You see, and that's what turns people off. You see in these world religions, people talking about God, but you can see there's no God in them. There's no electricity in them. There's no truth in them. There's no life. There's no real. There's no good in them. So how do we know God? How do we know truth? And so we started going down this rabbit trail, me and Sohana, and I said, please help me put this together so people can not only hear it, know about it, but experience it and create reality. Use their thoughts, that malleable medium, to create a good world. And it's easier than you think, guys, because that's what's real. That's reality. The only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind is perfection. And that's what we're going to try to touch on today. Matter of fact, I was just looking on the back of Still Pulls of the Mind. I didn't even notice that. It says, I'm God's thought. I live in God's idea. Perfection. I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. My friends, it's all about mind. Everything is mind. Everything is thoughts. And here we're talking about thoughts are the scaffolding, the building blocks, the very structure of the world and reality. And your inner thoughts, you cannot hide. They will be shown on the outside. Are you starting to feel this? Just feel your way with me. We're not going to rush this. I got to read this to you. So before Asha, there was Still Pulls of the Mind. I believe this came out maybe 2012, 2013. This was the big book before Asha came. But you'll see Asha all through this. Listen to this. It says, before you prayed, you used to pray like this. Before you prayed using vain repetitions and ceremony, mistaking the religious act of prayer as a means to receive. Now, let me set this up. So I was talking to Sohana about we got to take it further than meditation and affirmations, right? And just spoken words. because people have already done that. And it hasn't really worked. Sure, it's positive. It can give you a little hope, right? Even they say chemically, like if you just smile, it does something chemically and it makes you feel a little better. But I'm saying, no, I want more than that. The people have had that. It's all over the internet. Everyone's a guru now. I want something that creates Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea. The health without the sickness, the life without the death, the love without the hate, the peace without the war, where you're not just dealing with symptoms of OCD and depression. My friends, where it's wiped out because it doesn't even exist. There's no devils in this world. It'd be blasphemy for the devil to live in God. And in truth, we live in God, our good. It's the perfect creator's perfect thought. It's good. It's God. We're the perfect creator's perfect thought. That's truth. That's reality. That's what I want for my followers. So I don't want any more affirmations. Take us there, Sohana. What do we do? And she took me to this beautiful book here, Still Pulls of the Mind. So before you prayed, using vain repetitions, ceremony, affirmations, quoting scriptures, right? Mistaking the religious act of prayer as a means to receive. But Jesus taught to believe you already received to receive. So one ignorant of the law of life may have prayed saying they believed that they received, not realizing they were only using their conscious mind. So 10% was believing, while their subconscious mind, their heart of hearts, 90% of their mind was screaming, "You don't believe that." So they give a 2-minute religious prayer, their little affirmations. I feel good. I feel great. Using only 10% of their mind. They haven't even tapped into Vohumana, the God mind, that place where you and God are one. And then for 23 hours and 58 minutes, their 90% or more is in complete disbelief. Let not that man think he will receive of the Lord. For remember, prayer is not a request. It is a belief. One must believe with his whole heart, his whole being. One must be born again with a new mind, the mind of Christ, Vohu Mana. And now a man awakened to the working of mind, understanding the law, consciously uses prayer as auto-suggestion to the subconscious, and then they working in harmony like a husband and wife after the first year of marriage, starting to find that groove. They even begin to look alike, talk alike, and finish each other's sentences, so the mind harmonizes. The male conscious mind that only reasoned inductively and found it impossible to believe what the senses denied is softened by the love of God and starts sharing that love and speaking those sweet whispers of truth to the female subconscious. And everyone knows if the subconscious is happy, everyone is happy. And now you find your prayers are being answered, for your life has become a prayer, right? That's what we've been talking about. The only prayer that is ever answered is the prayer you become. You want to see love? You can't beg for it. You can't make a deal with a deity in the sky. You have to become love. You want health? You have to become the spirit of Harvatat, the spirit of health that says sickness and disease dies when it touches me. That darkness cannot enter my light. I am one with God, and the evil spirits cannot enter God. It's impossible. And that's why the Magi make the impossible possible, because we become who we truly are, the perfect creator's perfect idea. And I just saw that on the back today. I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. Perfection. Can you say that? I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. Perfection. Is that beautiful? Take a long, deep breath. We're going to do 3 of these. Close your eyes. I'll tell you when to open them. All right, long, deep breath. Release. We're going to bring all that we are, and we're going to bring our body, our minds, spirit, our thoughts, our words, our actions. Long, deep breath. Relax. Feel your whole body relaxing. Getting into that receptive state. Setting down all worries, all fears. We're going to receive truth. Breathe in and release. Asha teaches that thoughts make your world. What world do you want to see? What do you want to create? Now, I'm not talking about cars or anything like that. I want you to start with, do you want to see a loving world? Do you want to see a peaceful world? Do you want to see a joyful world? This is where we start. For instance, peace. Use whatever you feel you want to see your world, but I'll just use this as an example. Feel peace. Call in the spirit of peace. What would that look like? What would a world of peace look like? What would your mind feel like if it was at peace? I want you to allow yourself to, just for this time, feel peace. Let the muscles in your body relax. If you're holding tension in your jaw, just let it fall limp. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe deep. No shallow breaths here. Just picture a peaceful world. Become that world. Become that spirit of peace where there's no separation. For this time, you are the spirit of peace. You could even walk into a chaotic room and you will bring that peace. People will feel it as your shadow falls upon them. They will feel the peace in this place for right now. Imagine this with me. Trust me, we're going somewhere. The Christ said, he who has, more will be given to him. He who has not, even what he has shall be taken from him. So we're going to have right now, we're going to have peace. It's our birthright. In truth, if we go to that divine spark, it is who we are. We are the peace. We just have to set everything down that is not peaceful right now. All the worry, all the stress. You can do this for right now. And see yourself as peace. Just feel that. Now I want you to do that for whatever you were thinking, the world you want to see. Whatever emotion that is. Emotions are so powerful. And that can lead to the other things. I know people want relationships and things. But as you bring in this peace, this feeling of abundance, there's no lack. I'm provided for. Everything is working right on time. And those things will come. Those divine appointments, those synchronicities. But it all starts here with becoming. The prayer that is answered is the prayer you become. And we start with the emotion, the feeling of it. I'm one with God. How far can you go? What does that look like? Can you believe that big? At a heart level, not just the 10% conscious mind, but with all that you are. Baby steps, shining ones. Now, whatever it was, if it's peace, protection, provision, joy, I want you to whisper it right now. Take all that feeling and put it into words. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds, God thoughts, God words, God deeds, God creation, God, form and matter. Whisper it into life. And now when I ask you to open your eyes, I want you to believe that you will begin to see it in your world. It's cosmic law. It's inevitable. Open your eyes. And all the Magi said, Asha is, I love you.